occasions. And very often when he was at these parties, he was the life and soul of it. He had a wonderful way of telling anecdotes, sometimes somewhat gossipy, a lot of wit, humour, good style. We shared an interest in cricket, on which we had a number of conversations at various times. I've never forgotten one of his best lines to me, talking about cricket when I was still at the United Nations. He said that India has the same place in the International Cricket Council that the United States has in the UN Security Council. So that was an analogy that he knew would work for me, and it stayed in my mind now, whatever it is, 15, 16 years later. As a minister, he was very impressive. I thought that asking him questions during question hour in Parliament was always rewarding, because he gave you serious answers, very precisely expressed, and with tremendous knowledge behind them. And in debates in the budget session, for example, I had the privilege of representing my party's views on the budget on several occasions. They were his budgets. And I was very pleased that I was able to cross swords with him in a very personally amicable but politically direct way. He and I spoke quite often. I spoke to him just a little while before he passed away on the phone. He said, "Don't come now, I'm not feeling well enough to receive a lot of visitors." But he said, "I'm fine, it was good of you to call," etc. And that was my last contact with him, just on the telephone. I do feel a terrible sense of loss. It's just a few days ago that I had tweeted my relief at the media reports, which now turned out to be wrong media reports, that his condition was declared to be stable. 2 successive days such reports came, and I said, great, this is good news. Unfortunately, that was clearly inaccurate reporting, because today's news suggests that he was critical throughout and in fact declining. So it's a great sense of loss, I think, for India, for our political firmament, for the spirit of mutual respect across political divides that is so important in a democracy. And, I really do believe that the country is worse off for not having him, just as the government, I'm sure, is not the same already this year in his absence. So all I can say is my profound condolences to his family, his wife and children. I attended their weddings at his invitation, so I shall feel when I'm back in Delhi, as you know, I'm in Thiruvananthapuram, but when I'm back in Delhi, I would like to go and express my grief personally. But in the meantime, my thoughts are very much with all his loved ones, and really a great loss for our country.
कांग्रेस नेता शशि थरूर